What is up, YouTube? It's Josh. This is the Den of Nerds. Guys, I wanted to give a brief summary of my thoughts upon seeing Logan. I got to see it opening night, went with a nice big crowd, IMAX theater at King of Prussia. Super fun time. Really cool. So this is going to be spoiler free. So I'm going to keep this spoiler free, just kind of give general thoughts and kind of explain why this is such a good movie. I'm hoping to sit down with Dan and Justin to do a recap, in-depth, spoiler-heavy review of Logan, hopefully early next week. But for now, I kind of wanted to drop this in there, give you my thoughts. So here it is, guys. I honestly think that this is a masterpiece. A masterpiece. It's an incredible feat in movie making and in comic book movie making, and it's really a marriage of the two. Now, let me explain. James Mangold, who is the director of this film, he's an incredibly talented director, and I kind of talked about this on Facebook a little bit. He's amazing. 310 to Yuma, incredible. Walk the Line, incredible. Girl Interrupted, incredible. Just a great filmmaker. He's got a style of his own, really does well in the noir, genre-y kind of stuff. So when I found out that he was going to do the Wolverine movie, which originally, guys, if you remember, Darren Aronofsky was supposed to make that movie. Another brilliant visionary filmmaker. Incredible dude. Aronofsky made Pi. Aronofsky made... I mean, you should know who Darren Aronofsky is. He made Black Swan. Just an incredible filmmaker. But, you know, when he stepped out, it left this big void. Because I was like, wow, this is like a filmmaker doing a comic book movie. This is going to be really awesome. So Mangold steps in, and I was super hype. I love James Mangold. I love all of his films. But I got to be honest here. I was disappointed with the Wolverine. Especially the theatrical cut. Now, the director's cut was much better. It was a much better film. But, like, you don't really get credit for that. It's like the assignment was already turned in, and you revised it, and yeah, it's a better paper now, but the due date passed. Your grade is your grade. So, disappointed in the Wolverine. Now, everything that was leading up to Logan, you know, it's Hugh Jackman's last run, Mangold and him doing the thing again, which is always a good sign, right? Like, they really enjoyed working together. The studio liked what, you know, the results and everything, so they decided to stick it out together. This was the movie, man. This was what I was looking for with a James Mangold Wolverine film. Artistic, stylish, gritty, dark, but with heart, man. The film's got real heart. There's some really serious, awesome themes going on in this movie, and I literally think it's a masterpiece from beginning to end. It is exhilarating. Some of the most exhilarating action I've seen, and it's not bombastic. It's not over the top. It's like really grounded stuff, man. But wow, just had me going. Several moments within the first 5 minutes, I was just literally going, yes, and I'm like literally doing that. I'm vocalizing those words. Everybody in the theater's like, oh my god, very brutal. I mean, you know, think Wolverine, R rating, craziness. So just really gory. The pacing of the film is really smart. They do a lot of really good things with timing, and there's like exposition that falls kind of in the middle of the movie that kind of fills you in on what was going on, which I think is a really smart move. Like, you don't want to be exposition heavy at the beginning of the film, and you don't want to like hold the audience's hand with everything that's going on. So I thought the pacing was really well done. Dan was worried that it would end on a rooftop. Definitely did not end on a rooftop. So, you know, didn't follow some of the normal tropes that we've gotten used to with these comic book movies, which is awesome. And speaking of the comic book aspect, one of the most brilliant things that this movie does is build off of not only the pre-established, I guess you could call it, canon or continuity with Fox and all of these X-Men movies that we've been watching for so long. Not only does it build off of those relationships and how we're aware of these characters and what they do, it builds off of just the comic bookiness of these characters in a really, really smart way. You can see little winks here and there at things that the comic book fans will be aware of, and they utilize the powers and or lack of powers that these characters have in really, really smart ways. It becomes an essential fabric for the film, which I really enjoyed. I really liked it. And I'll say this too, I want to echo something that's been said out there by a number of different critics and fans. The trailers, although spelling out very accurately the mood and the vibe of the film, they don't give away anything, guys. Literally none of the plot is given away. You might know some plot points, but the plot itself, the narrative, you know nothing, which is beautiful. Which is literally beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, and the exact opposite of what happens in something like Batman v Superman, where we see the whole pretty much fight played out in the trailers, and you can call the whole film and understand the whole movie from the trailers and promotional stuff. So basically, guys, Logan, I have to see it. I'm not officially going to review it yet. I have to see it several times. I always like to, I'm just kind of weird that way. I need to see a film at least 3 times before I can really, really rank it. But this is going to be ranked high. I can say almost immediately that it's my favorite X-Men movie. It's my favorite... Yeah, I can say that. It's my favorite X-Men movie, 100%. I gotta be honest here. The next couple of viewings, I'm really trying to pay attention to some different things and how I feel about them, because this movie may be my favorite comic book movie ever. I mean, that's not hyperbole. It might actually be my favorite comic book movie ever. It tells a great story. It's a great story, and it's stylish filmmaking. It's mise-en-scène. It's the type of stuff that I love when it comes to film, and it feels like that style was married perfectly with a beautiful comic book world, where powers and mutants and reavers exist, and wow, just so cool, man. So cool. So if you haven't seen Logan, definitely go check it out. Consider the Den of Nerds giving it a thumbs up, just like many, many other organizations, news networks, and critics out there. Big thumbs up from us. Go see the movie. Let us know your thoughts. Make sure to check back early next week when we do our spoiler-heavy breakdown of the film. I think that's going to be really enjoyable. I think you'll get a lot out of that. So, hit me up in the comments if you've already seen it. Please keep it spoiler-free on this video in the comments. Don't ruin the movie for everybody. That's not what we're doing here. So, yeah, hit me up in the comments. Like the video, as always. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so yet. I hope you're having an awesome and nerdy day. See ya!